Hello, everybody. Let me do something first. Yeah. Hello, everybody. Let me do something first. Yeah. Hello. Okay. Can we get out from here? Oh, that's good. Okay, let's share this out. Copy link. Okay, hello. Welcome to day 2. Let me post in my Telegram group first. Facebook Live, Bazi, basic. How are you guys doing? For fun. So let's share. Yeah. It's becoming confusing, or should I not share in here? Or should I share in other place? It doesn't come out with a thing. So I better go at one place, right? Nope. Yes. Hello to all. Welcome to day 2. Can I say day 2? This is going to be a very long type of, it's going to be a very long type of sessions, because I'm going to slowly explain about what Bazi is. And because of that, slowly we go into that, right? So I'm not going to talk about a lot of component first, because I just want to go into a very slow place of explaining Bazi in different type of perspective, and how to use it effectively. Can I say effectively? Okay. And of course, this is only for, just to, come up with a very good way of using the chart, understand what Bazi is. Okay. So last week, I was actually just talk about the perspective of, I just talk about the perspective of the fourth realm. Okay. It actually very important. Maybe some of you guys don't think in that way, but for me, I would say that it's a very important tools, because when you look into that way, it's easier to apply as an action space. Yeah, most of the time we don't really care about the action space, the action type of it, so it becomes so difficult to apply. And what do we have to adopt? What do we have to see, right? Hi, Augustine. Hi, Shirley. Hi, Jen. Okay. So, well, do you guys have anything to ask? You can put it in the chat. If you think that this is going to benefit a lot of people, then you can share this out with other person, so that it can actually benefit with everyone else in here, right? And put in your comment. Should I live this on my own page, or should I live this on the metaphysics profile that I have? You do also put that in a comment, okay, so that I can actually explain in a more good way in that terms. Yeah. So welcome everybody. I know that I didn't make any announcement in the Telegram. I will try to keep up with that, because I'm not really good in doing the direct officer stuff. So I just post whatever I wanted. Yeah. So keep on look when you want to learn something. I also maybe you put this in my YouTube channel as part of the series, a Bazi series, so that everybody have things here, right? Okay. Apostle was asking, what is the harm between, what is harm and disruption, and what is the difference? Harm is a harm, disruption is a disruptions. Okay. So harm is somebody harming you, Destruction is something is destroying you. Okay, so in metaphysics, we also have this, what we call the, how to say, we have this day called Destruction's Day, right? Okay, Destruction's Day. Okay. Harm is actually a relationship. Okay, harm is actually a relationship. Destructions, okay, is actually related to what we so call an element get destroyed. So this is a very smart word. A while, I want to reconnect my stuff. Okay, my pen is not working in the way that I want it to be. It's lagging. I just see I can use it again in a more smooth way. Okay, good. Okay, so there's harm and there's the disruptions. So one part of it, the disruptions part, harm is most likely relationship. Most likely relationship. So a lot of people have harm, have a lot of things happening with their life related to relationship. Relationship means what? It's not your other half. Is not about you know, your love relationship. Not really about that. It's about your friendship with somebody. Okay, it's actually related to the friendship with somebody. Okay, can harm also harm ourselves? Augustine, of course, because you learn from me, right? I will tell you that all interaction is because the element and element interacting with each other. And where is it that you are focusing on? Is it internal world or is it external world? So it will still come out in the end. Okay, it still come out. So it's a way of reading the chart. Remember, reading a chart is not always a labeling that was given. That's mean, even though it means relationship, it doesn't really mean we must be a people. It can be an item. It can be a place that harming you, that you don't like the place. Yeah. So where is your focus on? I always mention about this, yeah. Where is it that you're focused on? Because reading a chart is like so sophisticated. It's a lot of elements, a lot of different components. So it's always best to focus back on what you want to do and use that element on that aspect. Okay, use that element on that aspect. If not, you're going to read everything and none of it related to you. And your current energy flow means that your executions right now or your decisions that you make right now are related to certain part of your chart. So it's like what I post in my Telegram channel, right? About the movie Everything Everywhere All at Once. Why is it I say that that particular part of it related to the decisions making? Your chart is given to you is fixed. It has energy flow. It doesn't tell you your destiny is supposed to be like that. So if you want to change whatever you have in your chart, okay, and you want to focus on to use the interactions, then make sure that you make the decisions that are related to your goal, related to the things that you wanted to do. And because of the interactions, like harm, maybe something is not going to turn well, maybe something that you actually need to perform to push the other party or the other parties is pushing you. Okay, so always remember, yeah, that what is your current situations and alignment of your decisions, your actions. If you're looking for health reading, it also related to your body internally, their action. If you're looking into that way, if you separate them, then you will know how to use your chart. If you're just learning like a basic way of learning, right, then you will never know you know, how that they function. Why is it they're having issue? Always go into that path. Okay, look at it as an energy flow. Do not look at it as a fixated labeling that, you know, we just put in, because for you to learn, it's easy to put in the labeling, but it was never meant to have, a meaning out of it or a label out of it. It's just a flow of energy that tells you that this might have a clash, a changes is coming, this might have a disruptions, something you own maybe get destroyed, right? Maybe there's a harm, then there's a relationship between each other that, just it overly function, it actually harm the other parties or harm the other element, and then it actually go into your chart. Yeah, always go into that way. And then when you go into that way, then you will realize that, okay, this is how the chart's supposed to function. This is what my decision is. And in my current situation, what am I doing? So sometimes it's so easy. You just need to pick an element to apply. Okay, you just need to pick an element to apply. And most of us, we try to get everything, to understand everything. It's not going to be beneficial to you. Okay, so let me just give you an example how to apply. Okay, in your chart, because when you're reading a chart, of course, your chart itself have certain component like the easiest applications. Yeah, in Bazi, the most easiest application is to understand where is your nobleman star is. Okay, the most easiest application. Yeah, where is your nobleman star is, and then you apply your nobleman stars, and based on the nobleman star, you will know that what you should be doing with it. Okay, so let me share the screen just to tell you where is the nobleman star is. Okay, I just simply plot the chart because everybody have the ability to have a chart. You can actually plot your chart any way, any time possible that you want, and just look into this too. The most easiest apply is to understand either that you have this in your natal chart or not. Later I will tell you about the natal chart. Okay, and where are they, and what are their function is. And when you're doing something, okay, you want people to treat you nice. Just treat you nice. And you want to, have a perspective that have a better connections with this person. Yeah, you don't need to care they are good or bad. Yeah, you don't need to care they are good or bad, but your targeted approach, whether it's a month or year, what do they represent, and then when you go to that person, you just treat them in that particular aspect. The most layman term of usage: use nobleman star, find where they are, go to approach them, and then you treat them as what is the pillar represent. Okay, what does the pillar represent? Even though you're in working environment, you still can change the perspective of treating this person. So you want to make good friend with the person, you want to use the energy flow, then you just treat the person belong to that category. Direct applications, yeah? Direct applications. So if it doesn't belong to your chart, then you have to go a little bit more deeper to understand what is the stem. And then the stem have a 10 God. So 10 God will then represent which level of person they are, who are they, and how that you want to communicate with them. Okay, we'll also bring up the what we so called the nobleman stars energy. So this is the most layman term of applications. Yeah? It's so easy that to apply. You doesn't really need to care about the interactions. Are there harm? Are there clash? Are there disruptions? You doesn't really need to care about that. It may be a little bit not good. Maybe a little bit hard to talk with this person, but you will know that because you're using this is the nobleman stars, and the person will help you, either help you directly or help you indirectly. Directly means that is the one that you actually having a direct help. That's he provide you help, he advise you, he tell you what to do, he asks you, he just support you, giving you the resource. That is the direct way. Indirect way is he or she keeps slapping you, giving you problem, giving you things, giving you changes. When you learn about that, when you go through that, the force or the clashes that comes to you, force you to change, force you to take certain actions, then it also helps you. So that's the most easiest way to apply in Bazi. You don't need to learn everything. Okay, you don't need to learn everything. So that's the easiest way. When you understand that this is for actions, remember that you make a poll. Bazi for actions, take the actions. Don't care other things, take the actions. It will be good or it will be bad. Okay, so sometimes you also need to ask yourself. Sometimes you also need to ask yourself, yeah, that in life, it's not always going to be good. Is that correct? No. It's not always to be good. And you have to go through certain problem changes. People dislike you, people come and condemn you, people come and fight for you, the things is going to happen all over time. And that is the thing that you need to understand. Is that a lesson? Is that a flow? Is that a thing that's happening? So when I understand my Bazi chart, then I know that, okay, this particular year, this thing is going to happen. I have the high awareness of it, right? And then I can apply it, I can understand it in a many different kind of way, so that you get through in a more better state, more smooth sailing, and you doesn't go, fight against it because it's a waste of time. The more that you fight, the more that you put in more energy into the problem become bigger and bigger. That's why when you learn Bazi, it's telling you your path. What are you going through? What you're going to do? That is the path for it. Yeah. So I'm going to say, I hope that answered you, right? What is different? Harm means harm. Some people is going to harm you. Some situations are going to harm you. You going to harm other people, or other people come and harm you, is about that. So maybe there's harm also can indicate accident, because other people harming you, that also indicates that people clash into you. It put you into harm. Okay, it's still rewarding. So just use the word. You don't need to learn everything, use the word. Because if you want to learn about harm interactions, the deeper way or more advanced way to learn it is actually look into two particular elements clashing each other. Okay, look into two elements clashing each other. Yeah. So let's look into our slide. I actually prepared a slide for this because I think the last one is not that good. So I prepare a slide so that everybody can understand where should we look into. Yeah. Whenever you learn metaphysics, remember, you don't need to know everything. You just need to know that what is it that you want to use. You just need to know the keywords and where is it that you work best. Okay, so since it's an actions for Bazi, right? So we're just actions based. How to fully utilize your chart. Okay, if you find out that this is your pillar, if you find out that you have good component that is inside the year pillar or the month pillar or day pillar or hour pillar, any good component that you feel they are good. Okay, example, next year, 2024. Okay, who is the best element? Of course, it will not be rabbit, because rabbit next year is going to be bad too. Yeah, and I think dragon is coming to be good, because dragon is grand good next year. So by understand where is the pillar is, then you need to focus more on that particular aspect of life. Okay, you need to focus more on that particular aspect of life. So when we talk about actions, that means you're shifting your energy to belong one of these sectors. Okay, one of these sectors. So you're shifting, it's also called shifting palace in Bazi. Yeah, but it's an actions based, right? So when you know that you have good energy flow on the year pillar, then you just target it on the year pillar. Make more good friends, find more good friends, get more good friend, right? Have a more good of a cycle of friend network. Yeah, more good cycle of friend network. Different kind of different group of people that you're actually making friends with. Because when you go to that, you are fully utilizing your year pillar. Yeah, you're fully utilizing. So if you're good in your money, of course, this is related to career or wealth. If your month pillar is good, then you only use your month pillar. Even treating your spouse, treating your children, treating your parents belong to this pillar, treating everybody else, okay, your colleague and stuff, you're also using the month pillar. Yeah. Of course, when you further learn Bazi, you will realize that the month pillar is a very important pillar for the entire chart, because all energy come from month pillar. Yeah. But if your month pillar is not good, most likely overall your chart will be very bad. This is as a recommendation, yeah, because when month pillar interact with other element, let's just say your day master interact with day master is not good for your day master, then your life seems to be a little bit more hard. Okay, your life seems like a little bit more hard, just a little bit, but it doesn't mean always bad. It can mean that you learn through the lesson, then you become strong, and now you can control the month pillar. Okay, you are there and you can able to control the month pillar, then you are good in whatever that you're doing. So when you're learning Bazi, why is it a lot of times we say that strong day master, this is a meaning in Bazi, yeah? They're always able to get wealth. Okay, always able to get wealth. The meaning of this strong already tell you that you need to become a very good, very strong, very confident, very knowledgeable person. They have a strong personality with good decisions making. Then you can control everything. Okay, then you basically can control everything, and you can make good out of your chart. Even if it's a bad chart, you can still make good out of it. You just need to become strong. But most of the time, right, when we learn Bazi, who you are, very hard for you to get out from that situation. Okay, because you were given the energy. The reason behind of it is only the bad opportunity seems to come to you. And when you make the decisions to handle the bad situation, okay, it seems like you just keep on doing the bad decision. And because of that, you gain experience, you gain the journey, and it make you, in a way, or it shape you to become the weak one, or the one that always make wrong decisions. Okay, and to get out of that, it indicates that you need more facts. Means that whatever that you don't like to do, these are very easy things. Huh? When I use Bazi on consult, the most easiest thing without looking into the chart is to ask the person what you hate. If you have something that you don't like to do in your life, that is probably your problem, your biggest problem. And if you look into the chart, that's most probably the Yusu God in the chart. When you don't like to do something, there is the thing that make your chart balance. There is a thing that make your chart become smooth so that it can control certain element inside the chart. Why is it the things you hate? It's because that when you hate to do something with that, most likely is the lowest element in the chart. Yeah, that's why you learn the 10 gods. So next time when you listen to people sharing about the 10 gods, listen carefully to them and look into your chart. If you look in the chart, then you realize that, okay, your chart have this problem, have this weakest element, not the one that is missing, yeah? The weakest element. The one missing, you can ignore it because it's totally not related to you, no affinity with you. No affinity in your chart indicates that you don't have any opportunities or any related event that is going to shape your 4 pillar. Okay, it's going to shape your 4 pillar. It's not going to do that at all. Okay, the missing element. So most likely you ignore it because it's not going to benefit your chart. Yeah. Okay, for actions, Bazi for actions or actions for Bazi, right? You need to do something that you have opportunity in doing so that you can shape your destiny, or you can add on element inside the chart. If you don't have that element, that means you have zero opportunity that you can perform something like that. And when you have zero, you got no way to actually know about it. You got no way to, get used to it. That makes you chasing for something that is not going to useful to your chart. Remember that, yeah? So always remember that what is it and where it is. Now, day pillar, though it mentioned relationship, yeah, I will say that this is your identity. Okay, highly related to your personal branding, highly related to your hobby. I didn't put it in here. Highly related to your branding or identity in your hobby. It's not always about the other half. If you don't have the other half, then how does the relationship come in? Right? And all the while you was having this in your chart before you get married, before you get a spouse. Maybe after 30 years, 40 years only you get married. Then day pillar is totally no useful, not useful at all. So day pillar represent your identity, your branding and hobby. So when you get good element inside the chart, that means that whatever that you do, whatever that the person that you have or the surrounding, where you want to put your aspect is to build up your branding. I know that some of you guys have some friend that doesn't really care about friend and they only care how they look like. You guys have that? Yeah? That only care about how they look like. Yeah? And because of that, right? Then you know that they are using the day pillar. All the while they're using their day pillar. Who they are, what they're doing, what kind of brand they are, how they look like. It's all personal branding. Yeah? So the 4 pillar play a very, very big role in how that you want to apply. Okay, for actions. Yeah. So you don't need to do everything. This is actually part of the technique that is very advanced. It's called shifting palace. Okay, it's very advanced. It's called shifting palace. You can be who you want to be. Your chart give you that ability. How that you want to treat a person based on the aspect. So if you don't learn Bazi, right, you actually also have this kind of awareness, whether that you're conscious with it or you're not conscious with it. Totally depends on how that you look into your life. Yeah. If you're somebody who always observing, always mindful, always taking care about what you're doing right now, does you offend somebody, and in what stage that you offended the person, okay, then you will know that, okay, I treat this person as my close friend. Why is it always my close friends have problem? So in some point that you get so fed up, you never have a close friend. Then indicate you're using shifting palace. Then when you don't have a close friend, everything seems smooth. Everything seems good. That's the weird part. I mean, you don't know about Bazi. You don't know about destiny reading. You find out that you have this repeatable problem that keep on, giving you issues and stuff until one point that you totally don't want it. Yeah, that's means something wrong with that part. Yeah, something really wrong with that part. So when you read a Bazi chart, of course, you ask the person can explain to you what happened to them. Most of the time when we read chart, people who come for a Bazi consult, right? They like to, hey, tell me what I have in my chart. It's a waste of time. Okay, it's a waste of time. Oh, I realize that your year pillar is not good. It's very terrible. Yeah? Your year pillar, your friend cycle is very bad, right? When you move in a little bit forward, year pillar represent the clients. So it seems like you are not connecting good with the clients at all. You have always an argument with clients because that particular year pillar is not good. Okay, yeah. So this is how you discover yourself. It's not just about Bazi reading. Bazi reading highly related to who you are today and what kind of journey that you have. So when you go for an actions base, then you will know that, okay, I'm just very good with this, treating this kind of person. I have good compassionate with this kind of things. And it seems like I always do well in that particular place. You don't need to read Bazi. You just use that concept, use that perceptions, and then treat everybody else the same way that you treat that path. You're utilizing the energy flow. Okay? Just a simple shift, just a simple shift. And then you're getting a good smooth sailing journey. What does smooth means to you? Smooth mean lazy, yeah? I don't really like that, but smooth mean lazy. Okay, but in certain point of time, you are in a very chaos situations. You want to bring balance, then you need to use that. Okay, but of course, after that, you learn that part. When you add on the Bazi knowledge into it, yeah, comfort zone, you will fall in the comfort zone. So when you add on the Bazi part into it, you identify that what this energy flow is and what aspect of life this was. Now you can targeted approach in utilizing it or narrow down it to make it to become even better, or to put in the place where there is a valuable return to you. If you understand what I'm saying, to get good, to get, a lot of us want money, wealth, relationship, everything, right? The point is we always put the wrong work or the wrong, effort in the wrong place. Even that you put the right effort in the wrong place, you still get some return. Most likely we put it on the wrong effort to the wrong value or environment that doesn't give us the return that is actually, the high quality return that you should get. Yeah, that's what makes it become a problematic. Yeah, so when you look at it, then you will know that, okay, I have this kind of chart. Just look at the chart. So today, the things you need to learn is about what? Where is your peach blossom stars? Where is your intelligence stars? Where is your nobleman stars? These 3 stars is very important. Okay, so let's go into the stars again just to show you guys. Right? Applications mode, yeah. Just learning the 4 pillar. The 4 pillar tell you where they are, what you should do. Okay, our pillar represent your subordinates. Not your colleague, yeah. Your colleague is on the month. Okay, your subordinates, somebody follow you, your fans, your creations, your investment. Yeah, you should focus more into that rather than you're trying to observe externally. Because sometimes you're a business owner and you are put into the environment that you are using your year pillar too much. You have to face the clients. You have to get new strangers to come in, right? You have to get new clients, new leads, but you're not good in doing that. Because maybe there's a clash. Maybe the component there is not good for you to use. Maybe the component there is something that you're very bad with. You'll realize that, right? Then you will say that, okay, this is not the things that I can do. Maybe I should focus on the things that I can do. Okay, which is in this chart, the easiest applications is to identify where is your nobleman, your intelligent, and your peach blossom. Right? Of course, nobleman, very easy, just help. Intelligent is just about knowledge. Right? Peach blossom is about making something beautiful to attract, or can say attractions. I only give you keywords because if I give you details, it's not applicable to you. So just think about it. Attractions, who I am, can I attract or not? Or the things that I use, can I attract or not? Right? Because the 10 God there represent what you can do. What kind of value that you can give. Like maybe friend stars is about, understand what other people need. Okay, maybe Rockwell stars related to, having fun together. Okay, and then maybe related to the output star, eating God, related to your creations or your intelligence, or maybe go to eat something, enjoy something high level or niche kind of things that you can go for, right? And then hurting officer, maybe you inspire people, you can attract, you can inspire people with knowledge. You can also inspire people by helping them. It's just a 10 God usage. Okay, so that tells you what you can do according to the 10 gods. That one, we will go into that slowly, because this is not like a real Bazi class. It's just a basic that I try to bring out this aspect so that everybody have a way of using their chart. Okay, Hi, Jimmy. Malim say how to get rich fast. How to get rich fast is how to get the good skill or the creations that is very valuable in terms of money. It's not about you go and get the money. It's how that internally, because you're talking about actions, right? You need to use your skill to sell. You need to use your skill to do something with it. Are your management skill good? Are your creation skill good? Are your cutting cost skill good? You're supposed to focus on that. Yeah? And most of the time, the misconceptions with Bazi is we use the 10 God to tell you something you can do with it. But in your range, nothing can be applied. Your range means your current situations with the current, your current situations with the current skill you have are not aligned at all. Then you have to think about something, that you have to think about something to align with. Okay, if you don't think about something to align with, totally cannot use. Okay, totally cannot use. Yeah. So understand first, where is it the 4 pillar is? What aspect of people that you need to treat with? So you already know about that. Yeah. In your life, actually, you already know about that. Let me share a little bit more to you guys. Why I say in that terms, yeah. Because normally I also use the word like this. It's the same way. So when you look into this particular 4 pillar, there is a time where you first meet somebody. Totally don't know their stuff, don't know who they are. This is all belong to the year pillar. So if your year pillar is good, that means when you have a very close friend, and you want to make this relationship to become even good, then don't need to know about all the things that he's doing. Don't need to know. Treat him as a stranger. Of course, he doesn't feel that way because he knows you for a very long time. Yeah. Treat him as strangers. Don't need to care about too much of the things that he has, right? And then just keep that particular, understanding to that level. No need to, jump in and help the person, support the person all the way down. No need to do that. Because the year pillar represent when you're first meeting them. That's why it's always written to friend. Yeah? You don't really care what they do, what their family background is, who they are, what their deepest secret is, what their desire is, what their crazy hobby is. You doesn't really need to know about that. You just need to know that they're having together, we're having fun. Then, well, we just interact, socials, we go out sometimes. That is the year pillar, which is also represent your clients. This is very important. It also represents your clients, your new clients that come in. Okay. Then, of course, after that, you will go into the month pillar. So this is career wealth. That's mean in here, you understand their abilities of execution. You should don't know who they are, but you know that they are doing well with something. They can perform something. You don't know their hobby, you don't know their secret, right? And this is where, if you want to, simplify the version of this is where you treat people at your work. So when you go work, you will have a new personality that, okay, I'm working right now, this is my professional attitude. You are also using this kind of way to perform with the other parties. To anyone in work, you're actually doing that. Okay, you're actually doing that. So when you look into that aspect, right, then you know that, okay, I already have this personality. I already using this month chart as a shifting palace. Okay, yeah. It not always that you bring out all of you to everybody, yeah, but some of our people chart is like that. Some of the people chart, like I say, like this is your personal branding, right? Okay, personal branding, who you are, what your hobby is. Okay, some people is like that. Oh, when you go out, right? When you meet that person only show that attitude. Everywhere he go, he's only showing that attitude. And just one type of personality that this person had, then he is always showing the day pillar. Okay, I just using Bazi to teach you back what Bazi is actually mean. Okay, I didn't give label. Yeah, all this is just a flow of energy. 4 pillar, I call it the playground. Because this is the play that this is the four pillar, different aspect of life that you really playing with it. Okay, you're really playing with it. Yeah. So like I said just now, the third pillar is always about who you are, your hobby, your identity. This is when some people really come close to you. You already know who they are. Okay, come close to you, you share your hobby, your desire, but not the deepest secret. Your deepest secret is your ideas and your mind is actually on the hour pillar. Not a deepest secret. So that person come to you, go to your house, have fun with you, and then you know that, okay, these are the things, we know our each other's stuff, right? You know that your certain hobbies, your certain stuff, desire, right? This is where you treat people in that way. Okay? So looking into your life back, does this reflect that? It does reflect that. Yeah? And then when you move to our pillar, most likely this is the one that you take care. You are taking care of them. You look at them, then you feel like, okay, this person, I just want to take care of them, right? Yeah, and it's like your subordinates, you're the one that is following you, somebody that is very bad, your children, okay, you're trying to take care of them. You have a different attitude and personality that look into them, okay? And you already have four pillars, okay? Four different aspects of your life. And you can actually apply, okay, to different people. You can apply that, and you can actually take one part of it directly, just take one part of it directly, okay, and that particular part straight away, okay, that particular part straight away can use the energy flow. Yeah, use the energy flow. Most of the time, people don't care. Most of the time, people not into that sense. So if I am like I have a bad relationship with this person, not just relationship actually. Yeah. Your tools, your cycles, your career, okay, is one of the things that you should be aware of according to your chart. You don't need to learn entire parcel, but if you can differentiate them in four different aspects of life, and you are doing good in one aspect of it, of course, you always do good in one aspect of it. Then you should shift it to become everything of your life. You just take that aspect, take that perspective, take that mindset. You can write down everything that you are doing, that working well right now in this moment of time. You take that personality and put it inside your chart for everyday use, for everything you are doing, even in the perspective of your career or your wealth, okay, or relationship. Even can go into self-discovery, even can go into self-cultivation, even can go to spiritual path. Yeah, because that is the most good thing that you have. You can also say that is the most positive thing that in your life that is always happening. So just take that part. Why are we not taking the part that making us feel good? But when you go back, it's like, I think the most simplest version is, if you have, relationship problem with somebody, maybe your spouse, maybe your parents, maybe your children, you will realize the way that you treat them, all three different of them is totally different way of treating them. And if that doesn't work, you should change your way of treating, right? But you don't do it. Especially it's your children. Especially your children, yeah? Too good to them is bad. Too strict with them also bad. So in that situations, is it to move a little bit out of it, to use different type of it to apply to them? You can also actually use that. So the four pillars tell you that story. Okay, the playground of different aspects of your life. Do you find this good to use? Number one, at least I get some interactions. Yeah? Do you find it good to use? Just look into the chart and then think back to yourself. Have a reverse engineer what happened to your life. What is it the best thing that you have done for your life? And what is it that is actually good to be done? Think back, yeah? Because most of the time you will not do that. okay, you will not do that. So another way of looking into that is called mindfulness. Mindful of your own chart, mindful of who you are. Before you go into Bazi reading. Yeah. And then this 4 pillar is just 4 pillar. Is the perspective of who you are treating. Tell you the story. And then the more, the more that you're going past, then you will realize that this 4 pillar itself had 10 different attributes with 10 different of action. Attribute is a 10 stamp. Action is the 10 God. Yeah, that's where you put it. Yeah? Okay, when you read the interactions between luck pillar, that is different. The energy come in. Do you lost the ability? Like just now, Apostle was asking, what is the difference between harm and destructions? Destructions destroy the element. You maybe lost the ability to do something in that particular year. You lost the ability. You cannot attract, you cannot do something with it. Yeah. That actions is also related to your nobleman stars. So sometimes that particular year, you cannot utilize the nobleman stars. Okay, there's the interactions that come in. So understand the 4 pillar first. Now, let's go into a deeper understanding of this, which is the first thing that you need to learn actually is about this painting. After that, you understand whatever aspect you are. I like to use Bazi as a painting, as a reading with painting, yeah? Because it actually just paints your entire life. It tells you who you are. It tells you what kind of conditions you are inside the painting. What that you can actually do, and are you in a deep problem? The environment is killing you. You're not supposed to survive in here. It's not meant for you in here. So the painting will tell you a different story where it focuses on the day master. Okay, it actually focuses on the day master. So all this painting will then give you an introductions or the overall, not introductions, and overall, what is it that particular element is doing inside the chart? What is it is doing inside the chart? Is it too strong? This is something that people don't know. Yeah, is it too strong? Okay, if that element is too strong, and you notice that it's inside your year pillar, it's too strong, so it overtakes everything. Yeah, it overtakes everything. Okay, and that particular pillar will then also become a more easier to apply method. Okay, so what did I use? First, we understand where is the aspect of life. Then we understand that that attribute in your chart is super strong, and the actions is also super strong. Whenever that you want to apply something, do something, or learn something, or get to be good with something, that particular 10 God is the application. It's a thing that you should do. That's it. When you learn something, you're supposed to let us say, okay, my strongest element is friend stars. For me, my strongest element to friend stars. So I just give you an example how that I use friend stars. Okay, so my friend star is belong to the month pillar. Okay, month pillar, and this is related to actions or executions, because for wealth, it's not for hobbies. Actions, executions, friend stars, right? So I use friend star is related to confidence. How to build confidence? First, you need to become better over time by you yourself. How to become better? By learning. How did you learn? Learn from different people that have the same personality. So when you related to career, then this related to the certain professional things that people are doing. It's easier to learn that way. Okay, friend star also have a special abilities. What I call is called mirage. Okay, I call it mirage. In other words, it related to mirroring the other parties. So when you learn something, it's so strong, it's easier to apply. Then you need to know where is the person come from, a confident it is, how that he did it better, what kind of actions that he did it. Yeah. And then by mirroring that, you get that ability. You can learn that very well in a professional way and stuff. So I know that it sounds so far ahead for everybody to look into this aspect, but that, thank God, was meant to give you that executions ability. So you need to know what it is and how to use it. Yeah. So the painting tell you that in your chart, in some sense, one part of the energy is super enhanced. Okay. That is also why when you learn from different people, right? They always tell you, use your top 10 profile. Use your top 10 profile. That indicates your top 10 profile. The strongest element in a chart is your top 10 profile. Yeah, but where does it land on? So your painting tells you that. So if you want to understand the entire painting, then of course we need to know. I put a lot of painting. It actually represents different things. Okay, this is the year pillar. The year pillar represents the terrain. This is the terrain that you have. Okay, the year pillar represents the terrain. Terrain means what kind of landscape you have and stuff. Month pillar represents the season that you have. So month pillar always is the one that produces the strongest element energy flow. You will also find that a lot of different calculations also come from the month pillar, because the season gives you the most dominant energy flow. It tells you that it survive well or not. Okay, that is month pillar. So month pillar, you have spring, you have summers, you have autumn, you have winter. That tells you that in a terrain, what is happening with this terrain. And then there is you, the day pillar. The painting comes from different aspects. So you have a landscape, then the season is coming. Then who are you inside the painting? Right? In the end, the hour pillar represent your subordinate, somebody that you need to take care, or somebody that you're hoping that you can overtake you in the entire chart. Okay, overtake you in the entire chart. So when you look into that, right, then you will realize that a lot of applications in Bazi use the month pillar as the main criteria. Main criteria means that your talents, your actions, your value, the way that you see things, all from the month pillar, because the picture itself tells you what are you having in that moment of time. Okay. Okay. Then next kind of sessions, I will tell you more about this. But let's just explain a little bit about these paintings. Okay. Let's just a little bit about this painting. Yeah. So Jimmy will say, interesting. Your terrain is bonfire. Yeah. If you just see, then your terrain is more like a rocky side of it. And then what kind of month, what kind of season is playing at the background? Yeah. So most likely we don't see the year pillar a lot, but the year pillar explains your entire thing in your chart. What that you're welcoming. Okay. If your terrain get destroyed, everything inside your chart get destroyed. Okay, it's like the earth now exploded, nothing left. So year pillar is the one that people always use for health reading, for grand duke clashing. Like every year, like you go and go and mitigate the grand duke. Like this year, rabbit. If you have rabbit in your year pillar, you go and mitigate your grand duke because it's overly strong. That indicates that your terrain that particular year is going through a very strong kind of changes. Okay, that totally explain everything. Yeah? Totally explain everything. So if you think about carefully, why is it that I put it that way? then you will realize that, okay, this is what it means. Yeah, the season will then also affect the terrain. Will also affect you because the nearest of that is you. So this is also the reason why when reading parter chart, no need to use the hour pillar. Okay, no need to use the hour pillar. Yeah? So hour pillar is for you to take care, to do something to transform back the month pillar, to overcome the season, to become the strongest element in the season. Yeah, so that actually tells you more about how to read the chart, how to really read the chart. Yeah. Okay, now all this painting that I was actually putting in right now is actually represent some people chart. So you look at this painting, what do you see inside this painting? What is it, the field element that you can see inside this painting? Okay. Jimmy, most likely, yeah. Most likely your season play a bigger role than the year pillar. Most likely your month play a bigger role. Okay. Anybody can want to give something related to this painting? What kind of element you see? This is a very interesting way to look at the chart. Yeah? So most of the time, we parter practitioner, we look at the chart. Okay, we first determine that. Okay, what kind of chart you have? Are they clashing with each other? What is happening with this chart? Are they fighting or whatever it is happening and stuff? Okay, it was related to this kind of chart. If you look carefully, the blue color represent water element. Okay, and you see a lot of circles that actually related to stars. Okay, and then you see a very strong wood on the side. This is actually related to the wood. Okay, this one I find very interesting. It also explains that in your house, you should not have this kind of plating. Okay, it also explains that in your house, you should not have this kind of painting. I think they call it abstract painting, something like that. Is it? This is all related to water flow. Okay, this is the wood that you have, so dark. And then no sunlight. In a chart, no sunlight to help the wood to grow, have a lot of water is killing the wood. Okay, so dark color also represent water element. And then you will see a lot of water related element in the chart. So the top represent gui water, the bottom represent the rainwater. When you have so many water in the chart, this is a very, very confusing kind of chart. Too much of water create emotional. No place to go. Too dark. So if your jar wood in the chart doesn't have sunlight, then your jar wood is also kind of useless. Cannot use anything. Imagine that this is your day master. Then you're just a very stubborn person that we have a lot of emotional things is always happening in your life. Okay? I'm not just teaching you parter, but looking into, actually when you learn parter, you were supposed to look into your environment. What is happening with your environment? What kind of environment you are in? When you go to the company, a company also have an environment. So you will get a very fiery type of company. Everybody like keep on pushing, positive, optimism, doing things. That is rated to fire element. Okay? If everybody in the office only talk about execution, finance, right? Like bank, right? They will not be happy one, yeah? So many money in front of them, they will not be happy. They're always executing, doing something in a very professional way. Their brain also can actually fight like that. Okay, so when you look into element, it tells you almost everything inside the chart. Okay, almost everything inside the chart, yeah? So this wood macam gone case, yes, it's gone case. This wood is gone case, yeah? It will not have this in-house, stand right to the, yeah, by Van Gogh in a museum. Okay, and that is why when you look into element, it also affect you, you know. When you look into the painting, it also affect you. So when an artist is producing something, it brings out all the elements. Do you see that all the while that you're using, but you don't know what you're using? Okay, so learning parser, most likely we'll say, is the first step to metaphysics. Okay, so don't just learn, don't just label them. Everything around you is timestamp and thank God. Okay, it's timestamp and thank God, yeah? Everything around you. So when you learn parser, you're supposed to what? Observe your surrounding, not just observe yourself. Observing yourself is just one point. You also need to observe your surrounding, because your surrounding most likely tell you more than you learn from a book or you learn from a master. Okay, it tells you more. Use back the parser, use back the element to teach you back. What does it mean? Yeah, to teach you back, what does it mean? Then you will actually absorb even more. Let the word teach you, not just the book or the master is teaching you. Okay, once that you realize that, once you can match that, now you know how to utilize that, where you should go. Yeah, so that's it for my 1 hour Facebook Live. I hope this brings something interesting for you guys. Yeah, Jimmy says it's not bad, right? Look into different perspective. Later on, you will find more crazy perspective from me, because I use back the chart to teach me back. Okay, and as an actions base, you should look to your surrounding. Everything is on moving. Everything is taking action. Okay, and because they are taking actions, you should look around. Whatever the perspective you have into an element, you can use it to, just reference to understand, does it relate to that or not? Okay, does it relate back to that or not? Then you will learn more. Yeah. So, well, this is our child Agosi is asking, rabbit dragon is harm. Can we do the actions of Keng to combine away the yi in rabbit? Yes, you can. Any mitigations in the barter chart is actually using combinations. It's using the same way. It's actually using the same way. You use a combination, you use the clash, you use the harm, you use the destructions. You can even use the punishment, whatever you wanted to use, to just mitigate that situations that you are having right now. Because sometimes you have no choice. In that particular year and in that particular moment, you can only do something with that, then you will go and do it. Okay, just to take away the problem. Okay, identify the problem means identify the timestamp or identify the thank God. Is an actions or is it an attribute that's happening? So the combine come in or the clash come in to take them away. Yeah, actually parser is not the clash and the combo and harm doesn't mean bad one. Yeah? Doesn't really mean bad. So dragon and rabbit harm, like next year, most likely next year you will see a lot of people get harmed. The more seniority you are thinking that you are in next year, the more you think that you are higher up, the more that you will get harmed. The more that you believe in something, the more that you will get harmed. It doesn't mean that you have to have that chart. It doesn't mean that next year flow is relate to that. Okay, next year flow is relate to that. Doesn't mean that you get the rabbit and the chart, but this year also have that flow. Okay, I believe that a lot of people dragon in a month or dragon in the hour already get this. You think that you are so good because we learn the skill set, right? We have the talent, we are expert in something, but the environment doesn't allow you to do that. Yeah, so next year, this year, this 2 year, become the junior. Humble a little bit. Let the person who think they're always right, let them have the hump. Okay, next week, I don't think I can have a Facebook Live because I'm going to have Ipoh excursion. So I'm going to skip next week. But the next time that I talk about, I will bring you back the rabbit and also the rabbit and also the dragon harm. I tell you why. It's because of elderly. Okay? Yeah. So, well, thank you to all of you. And I hope that you enjoy sessions. And of course, I forget to introduce myself. My name is Seno. If you think that this content is good for you, then I hope that you guys can share with your friend. Okay, so that I can get more people to come in. We still have a very long way of this Bazi series. Okay, so thank you to everyone and see you guys. Goodbye. Oops.